Back to my channel again for another video. Today I'm going to be doing something which I'm really excited to be filming, and I'm going to be doing a kind of first impressions video of the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat palette, which I haven't yet used. It's in this beautiful purple box here behind me. I have opened it, I'm not gonna lie, I have unpackaged it and had a little look at it, but I haven't even swatched any of the colours or anything yet. And then just for the sake of this video, I'm like, it's gonna have to go back in this beautiful box it came in, because honestly, I was not expecting it to come in such a massive, lovely box, but it did. And I thought I would do this video in a sort of style of a kind of chatty, get ready with me, as a lot of the products that I'll be using for the rest of my makeup I have used before in quite a few of my makeup videos. So I thought I would just turn it into sort of chatty, get ready with me, and if you are new to my channel, I'll then also tell you what the products are that I'm using, and you'll find out what some of my favourite products are. And of course, we'll be featuring the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat palette, which I cannot wait to try out. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video, and I hope you enjoy. Just gonna get all my hair. Whoa, my forehead's looking shiny today. That's not really a great thing. Okay, we will sort that out with a bit of makeup. I don't know why my forehead's so shiny today. That's so weird. So I'm going to start with my usual Kiko Liquid Skin Second Skin Foundation. Highly recommend this. I use the one in the shade Cool Rose. Honestly, it's such an affordable foundation. It's just great for everyday kind of use. This is like my go-to everyday one, because I have also got the Fenty foundation, but I use that more for like special occasions, or yeah, just every now and again, because it is up there as one of the more expensive ones. Although to be fair, for some of like the higher end brands, it's not that expensive, but for an everyday one, I wouldn't want to use it all the time. Also, I like this one because it's got SPF in it, so as it's approaching summertime and as it is spring now and there's more sun around, then this is really great as it has got SPF. It's only SPF 15, I think, but it gives you that little bit of extra protection. I'm just going to blend in my foundation using a beauty blender, and this I have just dampened under the tap with some water, as you do, that's where you would dampen it. And I'm just gonna patch in my foundation, spread it about a bit. I never put too much foundation on. I don't wear foundation on a day-to-day basis, to be honest. I often just wear concealer, but definitely when you're doing like a full-on face of makeup, recommend wearing foundation, because everything else, such as when you're contouring and putting blusher and bronzer on, it just all blends into the skin just that little bit better. That is my foundation all blended in, and now for concealer, I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour Concealer in the shade, that was a very long name for it, in the shade C4. I mentioned this in my last makeup video I did, and that was a spring makeup tutorial. I did say this last time, but I'm just going to say it again, because honestly, this concealer is so worth getting if you can get your hands on it. It only costs you like £4 as well, and it works so well. Honestly, I have not gone back to using my previous concealer that I used to use. There was one that I used to use all the time. I think it was a Rimmel or Maybelline one. No, I think it was Rimmel. And since using this one, I have not gone back to it, because it's honestly incredible and gives such high coverage as well. So I've just put it under either of my eyes in a kind of triangular shape, and now I'm going to use a little triangular sponge to just blend it out. Again, this is another product you definitely would have seen me use before, and that's the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder, and I use the one in the shade Silky Beige, which is number 5. This is honestly so great for just setting your makeup, helping to make it look smooth overall, and definitely make it longer lasting throughout the day. As I'm doing a beauty related video right now, just thought I'd mention, actually I'll do it while I'm doing my contour. For my contour, I am using the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, as it always is my go-to one. I'm going to start by using this shade down here, and I'm going to place it under my cheekbones either side, along the top of my forehead, down either side of my nose, and then also under my chin. But yeah, going back to what I was going to say before, earlier this week I was actually at Big Beauty Day Out in London, and if you don't know what it was or what it is, then it's a new event, it's never been on before, and it basically was a day where there was loads of YouTube creators who have sort of beauty and makeup related channels, and then there was loads of major beauty brands there as well, such as NYX, Maybelline, The Body Shop, Hollow and Glow, Incredible, I think there was so many different ones there, Benefit, and they all just had their own little sort of stage and area kind of thing where there was different sort of demonstrations and things going on throughout the day, and a chance to meet loads of different YouTube creators as well, and it was a really great event. I would highly recommend. I'm hoping that they're going to make it into a yearly thing because it was honestly so well organised. I got to meet so many different people. It was just a really enjoyable day overall, and also got so many different like freebies and stuff from all the big beauty brands, which was great. I love a good freebie. So definitely would recommend if you didn't go to it. Let me also know if you did go to it, what you enjoyed about it. I'm now just gonna, moving back onto my makeup quickly, I'm just gonna use the yellow shade here and place it down the centre of my nose, on my chin, under my eyes either side, and then to the centre of my forehead. But yeah, let me know if you were there and who you met, what you did with your day, if you enjoyed the event, and all good things like that. I'd love to know what you thought of it, and hopefully it will be back for a second round next year. I'm now going to take this sort of pinky paler kind of shade and again just apply it to the areas where I've just applied the yellow, but literally right in the centre of those areas. That's my contour all done. I'm now going to take my Tanya Burr, this jumper keeps falling down. I was going to wear it without a vest top on underneath, but I'm happy I've put one on now because it keeps slipping down all the time. But I'm going to take my Tanya Burr Cosmetics Peachy Glow Cheek Palette now and use this for the bronzer. It's called Beach Bronze. I love this bronzer because there's a very subtle sort of shimmer to it, which gives such a nice kind of glow. Just taking this under my cheekbones and then around side of my face in a kind of 3 shape, and I'm using the Real Techniques buffing brush, I believe. Yes, it's the buffing brush. Always forget what they're called. Definitely think that bronze is an essential at this time of year when it is starting to get warmer. You kind of want that warm summer glow going on. I'm now also going to use the blush out of here, and it is the one in the shade Apricot Flush. This is such a pretty pink corally kind of tone, and I love just the subtle kind of extra colour it adds to your cheeks. I never applied too much blush, but I do just like a little bit, just to add a bit of a tint to your cheeks. Now, of course, for my brows, I'm going to be using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade number 2 in Blonde. I honestly love this pencil. I just love that it's so fine. Oh, I've got a hair sticking up there, I just realised. I love that it's so fine, and it also has a brush at one end, because that way you don't have to remember to take your brush and your brow pencil. But also the actual applicator, it's very fine, so you can mimic the hairs and go for a very natural brow look, because I'm more about just recreating a little bit of definition and extra shape, but not going like full on brows, if you know what I mean. But just so that they look a little bit more together, but it is more of a natural brow look rather than fully painted on. I don't know, some people suit it with like full on brows, but I just feel like for me, because my eyebrows are quite fair, they're not that dark, it looks a bit too intense and a bit too much if I go for like full on brows. I don't know, let me know what you think or what you prefer. It's almost time to get on to the bit we've all been waiting for and get using the Urban Decay Petite Heat Palette, but before I do, I'm just going to prime my eyes quickly using the NYX HD eyeshadow base, which again is my go-to eyeshadow primer. It's really affordable and does just help to keep your eyeshadow from creasing and keep it on your eyes for a lot longer. So I'm just going to apply a bit of this using the wand provided, and then I'm just going to blend that in using my little finger. Oh wow, it's getting windy outside right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's suddenly just like really kicked off. Oh well. Anyway, moving on to the actual palette now. I love that it came in this box. Like, definitely keeping this box to just put other things in. For the moment though, it's just got the little palette in, so in we go. And inside, there it is. I did put it back in its box after I opened it just because I felt like for this video it needed to be in its packaging and all. So let's go in. I just love how small this palette is. It's so cute, honestly. Like, it's great for just taking everywhere. And the shades as well are perfect for that because there's so many sort of neutral everyday shades in this palette. I'm saying that as if there's like 20,000 shades. There's only 6 shades, but they're all so versatile and so great for every day. So here's the little palette, and when you open it up, you've got your 6 stunning shades there. And you've got a mirror, which I absolutely love because most palettes this size would not have a mirror in them, which is what I think makes it so great for an everyday portable kind of palette that you can just take with you everywhere. And also for when you go on holiday as well, because you can create an everyday kind of very neutral look using these shades. Then you've got darker shades here as well, so you can create a more smoky, dramatic look when you're going out at night. So it's just great for every single kind of look that you want to create. So I'm definitely going to be taking this with me next time I go away somewhere because it's barely going to use up any luggage room, but it's just so great. And yeah, oh, I can't wait till, I was going to say dig into this, it's not food, but get using this. It just looks so pretty. So I think I'm going to start by taking the shade Vibrate, which is this second one along here, just a very neutral tone. And I'm going to use the Real Techniques medium shadow brush just to apply this all over my eyelid. I'm also just going to zoom in a bit onto my eyes so you can see better what's going on. There we go. Feel very up close now. In we go. Oh yes, so it's definitely as pigmented as their other palettes for sure. I was going to say I love that all the Urban Decay palettes are so pigmented with such little product. Oh, the shades as well are also smooth and like really nice. I am just enjoying this palette way too much and I've barely even used it yet. I think I'm next going to take the shade Hot Spell, which is the third one along, this slightly darker brown neutral. And I'm going to take the Real Techniques shading brush and apply this to the outer half of my eyelid. Oh wow, like I've barely put any on, but already it's showing up so much. I love pigmentation of Urban Decay products, honestly it's incredible. For a first time use of this palette, I'm telling you, I'm already very happy with it. I'm just going to blend those 2 shades out using, it's actually a NYX brush. But it doesn't say on it, oh it says it's number 16. I'll link it down below though so you know what brush it is. It's one of their blending brushes I think. But yeah, just gonna merge these 2 together. I think I'm now gonna take the shade Heist, which is this sort of deep orangey reddy kind of shade here. And I'm gonna apply it using the Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush. And as I am using a crease brush, surprise surprise, I'm going to apply it to the outer part of my crease. Oh wow, okay, that is so pigmented. Like, you barely need to use any product. I know I keep going on about the pigmentation, but that's honestly one of the most amazing things about these eyeshadows. I mean, like, just look at that. Like the colour intensity, and I've literally only applied one kind of layer of it. That is just after doing one stroke of the brush in the palette. I mean obviously I need to blend this out right now, but just the colour intensity is incredible. I'm now going to take the shade Strike, which is the final one in the palette here, the deep purpley kind of shade, and I'm just going to apply that right in the corner here on the outer part of my eye, just to add a little bit of something. Once again, the colour intensity is incredible. What I also really like about these eyeshadows is that you don't get much fallout when you're applying it. You don't get it all falling down your cheeks, which I find is the most annoying thing, because then you try to remove it and it just smudges everywhere and you've got eyeshadow going on all over your face. I find you don't get that with these ones. Now to go around under my eye, I'm going to actually take a little bit of Wild Thing, which is the shade here in the middle, the lighter orangey one, just so it's not too intense of colour on the bottom lash line. That way as well, I've used every shade in this palette now for this eye look. I just feel like I have to give everyone a go first time I'm using it. I'm just applying this right to the outer part of my lower lash line. I'm now going to go back to Hot Spell and apply that to the middle part of my lash line. And then I'm finally going to take Vibrate again, and this is going to go on, you've guessed it, the inner part of my lower lash line, just to tie it all together along the bottom there. Last of all, finally from this palette, I'm going to take the shade Inhale, just so that I completely use every single shade in this palette. And I'm going to apply this to my brow bone, so just under my eyebrow. Just to add a little shimmer, because this is a sort of semi-matte shimmery kind of shade. I love it when you tap this shade. I mean, you probably can't see it on camera. It looks like fairy dust or something. That may be so random, but it's just because it's so like shimmery, and it's a white kind of shimmery powder, so it just looks like fairy dust. Like that little sort of fake glitter fairy dust stuff like you'd get when you were younger as a kid. Actually, I don't know if everyone has that. That might just be me. I don't know. And there we go. That is my first look ever created using the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat palette. I'm definitely very impressed with it. Definitely think it goes along well with their other palettes. They've not let down on the pigmentation, the fallout like I said. All the shades are so great, and what I really love about this one, as I said before, it's so versatile in the extent of looks you can create. I've gone for a more dramatic kind of smoky one, not too over intense, but definitely a bit dramatic for just like going out to the shops or something like that. But that's what this palette's great for. There's shades in here for every kind of situation, which I love. And again, I've just got to mention the portability of it. I mean, I can literally just hold it like that in one hand. It pretty much fits into my hand, which is so amazing. Of course, now I've just got to finish off my look, so I'm just going to quickly curl my top eyelashes before then applying some mascara, as no look is complete without mascara. I always say that it's my go-to product for every single look. I feel like it's just not complete without it. For my mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara. It's, again, my trusty go-to mascara. Since I started using this one, I haven't gone back to using any other kind of mascara or tested any new ones either. It's such a great everyday, affordable mascara that just gives so much volume and length to your eyelashes. Honestly, when I first tried it, I was so impressed with it. Definitely go try it out if you haven't yet done so. For highlight, I'm going to use my H&M highlight palette, and I am going to take the kind of peachy shade here and apply it using a Body Shop fan brush. I just love fan brushes for applying highlight. I don't know what I used to apply it with, to be honest, before I got one. I actually don't know. Probably just like a regular kind of shape brush, but honestly this is like the perfect shape for applying it everywhere that you need it and want it. I'm just putting it around the side of my face like that and down on my cheekbones. I always overload it on my cheekbones. I just feel like you can't have enough there. I mean, you probably can. You can. Can you overdo highlight? I guess you maybe can. If you're literally shining like a disco ball, then maybe you have overdone it. But I feel like it takes a while to get to that point before you reach the too much stage. That's my highlight done, and now of course I have just got to do lips to finish off my look. And for lips, I'm going to be using my Kylie Jenner Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Brown Sugar, as I feel like a dark neutral brown kind of shade will really complement this eye look and the shades used. So that is why we're going for that. Honestly, I love the smell of Kylie Jenner matte lipsticks. I don't know what it is. Does anyone know what the scent is supposed to be? They're just incredible, and then they're so soft when you apply them to the lips, not like most other matte liquid lipsticks, and they dry really fast as well, which I love. And there we go, my lips are all done, so I think that is my finished look. I'm so happy that I finally got to use that Naked Heat Petite palette because it's been sat a few weeks now waiting to be used, calling my name, but I saved it for this video and I'm so happy. It's so worth the money. I think for an eyeshadow palette I would probably rate it, I'm going to go with 9 out of 10. I'm always that person who finds it really difficult to give anything 10 out of 10, but I'm going to rate it 9 out of 10 for its portability, the great versatility of it, the pigmentation for sure, and also like the lack of fallout and stuff. It's got so many pluses, definitely worth investing in. And of course, as it is a smaller palette, it's not as expensive as their normal palettes, but that does make sense because there's fewer shades. But definitely try and get your hands on one. I would say it's worth it for sure. So that's my finished look then, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to smash that big thumbs up if you did. Click the little red subscribe button down below if you're new, as well as tapping that notifications bell so you're notified whenever I upload. It's twice a week, you won't get bombarded with notifications. It's every Wednesday and Sunday at 4 PM. Just in case you're new to my channel, those are my upload times. And also let me know what you think of the Naked Petite Heat palette if you happen to have it yourself. And also tweet me any pictures of looks you've created. I'd love to see what different looks people have created using this palette. And I will be sure to see you on Wednesday with a brand new video. Bye!